There you go. Got him! Got him, baby! Ho-ho, what on?
CV Boats presents Florida Sport Fishing, television for the avid angler, powered by Mercury Marine.
Oh, yeah.
There's a sailfish, already got a bite. Ridiculous.
Another one on, another one on! That's what it's all about right there. Nice jump! Oh, look at that, look at that.
Florida Sport Fishing TV proudly utilizes and endorses VMC Coastal Black Hooks, engineered to withstand the harshest saltwater environments. Salt Life Optics, Italian style and Zeiss lenses provide unparalleled contrast and clarity for finding fish faster. Tsunami, a complete line of tackle and tools designed and manufactured for maximum fish catching success. Boat Outfitters, from replacement parts to hard-to-find hardware, boat owners and builders count on BoatOutfitters.com. King Sailfish, providing anglers worldwide with the finest fish mounts. Visit KingSailfishMounts.com and order your trophy today.
That didn't take long.
No, I saw green, just a big streak, and that was it.
Hey guys, welcome to Florida Sport Fishing TV. We just got set up with our kite spread here. Myself, Captain Carlos aboard our CB370Z.
Hey guys.
And I'll tell you what, we're tight right out of the gate. Couldn't even get our bait set yet, and Carlos got clobbered on one of his kite baits. Let me set the stage for you. We're right outside Hillsborough Inlet, started our drift in about 300. We've got an east-northeast wind pushing us inshore here. So I want to kind of really just drift all the way from 300 to 100 and keep working this area till I find that perfect depth. I'm gonna get back in the stern and see if I can help Carlos out here. See him yet?
There's fish right with him. Go, 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 hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Big fish.
More fish with Carlos's fish. I'm gonna grab a spinner with another bait real quick, see if we can double up. That's why you always gotta have the spinning rod rigged and ready to go.
There's 2 or 3 of them behind him, Mike. He should be on like Donkey Kong. I mean, they weren't far from him.
He's got it.
You're on. Yeah.
He's eating it. He's eating it.
What do you
Again,
mean
that's why you gotta have that spinner rigged and ready. There you go. Turn one fish into a double right away.
Watch out, watch out.
Mid-November, bait run is on. There's fish moving down the beach. And I'll tell you what it's all about. Hey, I wasn't really thrilled with the color of this water though when we got set up on this first drift. Kind of yucky, but a lot of grass around and evidently some dolphin around, so gotta stick with it. There we go. Way to start the day right there, baby. Nice.
Got him?
Got him, baby. Got him. Got him, baby. Nice. All right. I'll tell you what, you know, there's a perfect example where we just turned one fish into 2 fish by just having a spinning rod rigged and ready to go. Didn't have to fumble around, didn't have to grab any of the other kite rods.
It's gotta be rigged, yeah.
It's gotta be rigged, just threw another bait on and turned one beautiful dolphin into 2.
The award-winning Z Performance line from CV raises the bar. It's not just fast. It's not just fuel efficient. The CV-Z is the entire package. It offers the perfect balance, safe, predictable handling during hard turns and at high speed. And most importantly, the Z stays on plane at lower speeds, so it can comfortably handle anything Mother Nature can dish out. Experience the exhilarating ride of the CV-Z. Schedule a sea trial today.
What if navigating was as simple as touch and go? It is that simple. The world's first multi-touch MFD chart plotter, Navnet TZ Touch.
Soft Science, on and off the water, I love these shoes. Amazingly lightweight, fast drying, stable and supportive. Based on biomechanics, soft science shoes reduce foot and back pain and are the most comfortable footwear I've ever worn. And when you stand on the deck of a boat all day, that makes a big difference. Anglers and boaters demand shoes that are slip resistant, non-marking, and stain and odor resistant, and Soft Science delivers. Dozens of fashionable styles and colors available at softscience.com.
Another one on the jig. Woo!
That's Grouper Dynamo.
Yeah! How's that for a sea monster?
Chaos. Gear matters. Shop online or visit our new superstore for everything fishing.
Hey guys, welcome back to Florida Sport Fishing TV. If you're just joining us, Captain Carlos and I are aboard our CV370Z. We came out to spend the day to do some kite fishing. You know, looking for sailfish, cobia, dolphin, blackfin tuna, king mackerel, wahoo. I mean, everything eats these kite baits. But I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about kite selection. This is really important. There's a lot of good manufacturers out there. AFCO, Bob Lewis, you know, and of course SFE. This is the staple across the tournament industry and across the kite fishing industry are SFE kites. But whatever you choose, make sure that your kite is dialed in, you know. Before you deploy it, check your little swivels, make sure nothing is tangled, make sure everything is spinning properly, check your bridles, all of your connections. Again, it's all in the details, and these kites really have a mind of their own. You've got to get it fine-tuned, and once you get it tuned in, you know, you'll see that it'll really fly amazingly well. If you're just getting started, I recommend the green or the red SFE. It's a great all-around kite that'll fly from 5 to 25 knots. As your experience level grows, then so can your kite selection and your kite, you know, collection, I should say, and you really can get dialed in with, like I said, some high wind kites that are designed for up to gale force winds and some really light wind kites for when it's just variable winds with nothing at all. And like I said, if you're just getting started, you can't beat the green SFE. You know, floats, we've talked a lot about them, a lot about kite floats in previous episodes, and I want to mention it again. They come in a lot of different shapes and sizes.
I'm on again.
Tight?
Yep.
You're tight?
Yep.
Whoa, Carlos is tight! Nice, nice! Man, I can't even get a word out, dude. You're just catching them one after the other. What do you got? Have you seen them yet?
Yeah.
Another dolphin.
Another
dolphin. Nice. Nice. Let's go get his fish. Another dolphin and 120. You know, that's the cool thing about kite fishing. When you do it right and you've got a really good presentation and you come out here, you know, again, I like to call it meat fishing. You don't know what's going to eat your baits. You know, it could be dolphin, it could be sailfish, it could be kingfish.
Jesus.
You know, and it's all exciting. Nice. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Nice little cow.
Yep.
Good job, Carlos. So let's walk back to the stern and we'll throw them on ice.
What was that?
Whoa, whoa, right here. There's a fish on, fish on. Oh, another nice dolphin, another nice dolphin. Okay. Whew. We are getting off to a good start here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at the bait getting blasted.
Oh, look at the bait getting crushed.
Blasted out
Got a
there.
bait out there. I need a gaff.
You need a gaff
I need a gaff.
for that little thing?
You can see we're fishing a little trace of wire, not a lot. 12 inches of American fishing wire, 44-pound test. You don't need anything more than that. And the only reason that we're fishing that wire, there's some wahoos around, there's some king mackerel around. And I don't want to lose that opportunity at those fish. Now, of course, if we were strictly sail fishing, we'd go straight mono, right to a circle hook. But in this case, we're meat fishing, right there.
Pros Tip, presented by Pelagic Gear, official apparel provider of Florida Sport Fishing TV.
Just about getting ready to go out for another drift. We're getting pushed inshore here. We're to, the Furuno says 135 foot, getting into kingfish territory. But one thing that's important, we're fishing pilchards today. No goggle eyes, all pilchards. And that means that you've got to modify your approach just a little bit. You've got to scale down your tackle. You know, with goggle eyes, blue runners, you can fish 30-pound gear, not a problem. With the pilchards, these really light, fragile baits, 20-pound test. That's all you need, 20-pound diamond line. It's the high vis line, makes it really easy to see going up to the kites and down to the water, really easy to track your baits. But again, most importantly, is that lighter line. It creates less resistance in the wind, less resistance for that bait fish, so he's gonna be more lively, more natural, and just an all-around better presentation. The same applies for the hook. You know, when we're fishing gogs and we're meat fishing for kingfish, wahoo, tuna, cobia, pretty much anything that eats our kite baits, we're usually fishing those VMC 7.0 coastal black live bait hooks. With the pilchards, we scale it down to 5.0 hooks. We bring that hook size down a little bit. It's still, you know, an ample size hook. It's very, very strong, certainly capable of, you know, catching anything that you potentially will hook out here, but it's just a little bit of a smaller profile, a little bit of a thinner gauge. Again, it's gonna create an overall more natural presentation. So keep that in mind. With the lighter baits, scale everything down. With the heavier baits, you can go up a little bit. Really important tip that's gonna make a big difference day in and day out.
There's a world out there, accessible only to those bold enough to make the trip. And for a limited time, you can be part of it all. Breathe new life into the boat you love by joining the ranks of those who go forth into adventure. Mercury Marine invites you to join the bold. Announcing Mercury's Repower Revolution. For a limited time, get up to a $1,000 rebate or 0% financing and no payments for 6 months. Mercury, go boldly.
It's in the heartbeat, it's in the real thing. You can't make it up. It's in your soul deep. It's in the stars, the stripes, this dirt on my feet. The way I love my woman and I wish you love for me. It's in the heartbeat.
GEICO, more than just car insurance.
It's your turn to score big. Book a long-range adventure aboard the legendary Yankee Captains. Fish virgin waters more than 100 miles offshore for exotic queen snapper, trophy tilefish, monster grouper, and more. With a lifetime of experience, let Captain Greg Mercurio and his dedicated crew put you on a hot bite. Fish around the clock or just relax. With full galley and huge fish boxes, all you'll need to bring is your appetite for action. Now sailing from Key West year-round.
Captain Steve Roger from Into the Blue. I just got these new Bubba Blade pliers in my hands and they are awesome. You got aircraft aluminum frame, the gripper is stainless steel, coated in titanium, and the cutter is tungsten. A great cutter is going to cut all the monofilament, you know, braid, anything you got. And the best thing of all, it's got the Bubba Blade grip. Just like the knife, these things are not going to slip out of your hand. Awesome pair of pliers. I suggest you try them out.
Talk a little bit about kite rods here. You know, back in the day, we all used to use these manual Penn 6.0s, 4.0s, you know, that was the standard. Well, certainly kite fishing and technology has come a long, long way. And of course, now we're using power assist kite reels. There's a lot of good options out there. Companies like Crystal, Hooker Electric, you know, Electramate, again, a lot of good options. However, we fish the Daiwa Tanacoms. You know, this Tanacom 750 holds plenty of line, you know, has a level wind, a big readout in a gauge, easy to tell how much line you have out, variable speed, has a drag, of course has the manual handle in the event that you needed to turn it manually rather than using the power option. So I really feel that that's probably the very best kite reel that's out there right now. It just matched to a little Chaos kite rod, nothing fancy, okay, nothing fancy at all. But probably what's the most important aspect of this whole setup is the line. This particular kite rod right now is loaded with 50-pound diamond braid. Days when there's no wind at all, scaling down that kite line can make a big difference in allowing you to fly your kite. If you only have one kite reel, I would suggest 50-pound. That's probably the happy median, and it's certainly gonna suffice for the vast majority of situations that you're gonna find yourself in. The kite reel is plugged in to a 12-volt plug right here on this CV. Just plug and play, and that's the right way to do it. This is the last thing that you wanna be fiddling with while you're out here kite fishing. It literally is like another person on the boat. Being able to retrieve that kite with the auto stop and stop it right here. I'll tell you what, once you fish with this Daiwa Tanacom as a kite reel, you'll never fish without one again. Real quick, let's talk about when to use a helium balloon and when not to use a helium balloon. Okay, I mean, again, it's really important that you're set up with helium because there's gonna be days when that wind fluctuates from variable to 5 to 10, then falls back off to 5, and you're gonna be struggling with your kite. You're gonna get it up, no problem, and then before you know it, that kite's gonna come falling out of the sky, and it's just gonna be a nightmare. So, you know, on those days when it's borderline, I lean toward putting a balloon on. You know, use that helium system, either a fixed system, you can buy a disposable helium canister from Party City. That'll get the job done as well. Okay, make sure you've got spare balloons on the boat and make sure you know how to put them on. And I'll tell you what, let's take a break from what we're doing now. We'll check out our rigging station and I'm gonna show you step by step how to inflate that balloon and how to fasten it to the kite the right way.
Rigging Station, presented by Diamond Fishing Products, the finest monofilament, fluorocarbon, and braided fishing line in the world.
Hi, and welcome to this episode's Rigging Station. I want to talk to you in detail about affixing your balloon to the kite. Make sure that your kite thong is first affixed to the kite before putting the balloon on the kite. A lot of guys will use monofilament to wrap around the balloon to hold it firmly to the kite. I find that these 3- or 4-legged kite thongs are super simple. They just slide right over the spars. They're adjustable and it makes it really easy to keep that balloon and the kite one cohesive unit. More importantly, as I mentioned earlier, they're adjustable. Make sure that it's in a fully open position before you wrap that thong around the balloon. You want to affix that balloon right to the back of the kite, and you want to use a piece of soft wax rigging floss to make that knot. Don't use monofilament. The sharp edge at the end of the monofilament will risk popping that balloon. So when you tie the balloon to the back of the kite right there, use that soft rigging floss, really important. Once that's tied on really tight, you're gonna slide your thong over top of the balloon. You're gonna tighten each of the legs and adjust that balloon to the exact position depending on what direction you want this kite to fly in. Okay, clearly if I want it to fly over to the left, I'm gonna put my balloon a little bit closer to the right and vice versa. Once it's in the right position, tighten it up with the little adjustable thongs and then use black electrical tape. Don't use anything else, trust me when I tell you. Black electrical tape and just put a little strip over the top of each thong. The idea is to make sure that that balloon and that kite are one cohesive unit. Okay, it really has to be nice and firm and tight in order for that kite to fly properly. From that point, you can add some split shots to the side to help the kite bank even further when you're fishing multiple kites. Take some practice, but I'll tell you what, do it right and you're gonna have a great time on the water. Skip any of these little details and it could be the most frustrating experience you've ever had. Florida Sport Fishing is the #1 magazine for resident and visiting anglers. Each giant issue is packed with informative editorials, easy to follow illustrations, and tips to keep you hooked up. Subscribe today and I'll deliver the magazine to your home for only 4 cents a day. Visit FSFTV.com right now and I'll also include a hat, unlimited access to Florida Sport Fishing Digimag for your tablet and phone, and a special gift to keep you cool on and off the water. Fortress, the world's best anchors. Stronger, faster, lighter. High-tech aluminum alloy makes Fortress anchors the easiest to handle. Precision machining and sharpening results in the fastest setting anchor. Fortress buries deep for the strongest holding power. With 8 models from 4 to 69 pounds, there's a Fortress anchor for you. Fortress, stronger, faster, lighter.
Joey Accardi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram reminds you that before you can do this, you have to do this. And before you can do that, you're going to need this. Save thousands on every new Ram truck at Joey Accardi in Pompano Beach. Family owned and operated and bringing South Florida our best deals for over 25 years. So before you can do this, do this. And before you can do this, you have to do this. Visit JoeyAccardiCDJR.com.
Florida Sport Fishing TV proudly utilizes and endorses MotorGuide trolling motors. Precise control and accuracy in challenging conditions means better fishing. Tropic Trailer, Florida's largest trailer dealer, has the right boat, cargo, or utility trailer at the right price. BioGreen Clean, the first heavy-duty, environmentally friendly multi-surface cleaner that actually works. Tsunami, hard plastic poppers and stick baits designed to deplete local fish populations. Please practice catch and release. Frigid Rigid, from 35 to 300 quarts, the finest coolers, fish coffins, and freezers on the water.
I'm messing around with the bottom rod on the other side. At the corner of my eye, I see the float just go zoop, and then a bill comes out of the water. I'm like, okay, there's a sailfish, and came up and housed the long bait.
I'll tell you what, there's a perfect example. You know, we've stuck with it. We've had a tough day. Well, I don't want to say that. We had a great start, caught some really nice dolphin. Middle of the day, really tough, you know, just couldn't find what we were looking for, but we stuck to it here, and here it is, you know, early afternoon. We're probably gonna call it quits at the end of this drift, and Carlos hooks up to a nice sailfish.
Whoa, Jesus Christ, man. He just came at the boat.
Whoa.
Holy crap, I've never had a fish do that.
What happened?
I mean, like right at my face. Wow. Oh, he's vindictive. Jesus Christ.
That's what it's all about, man. You know, we've had our frustrations, we've had our ups and downs today. But that's what a day of fishing is. You know, if you don't go home,
my kite decided to
if you don't go home, you know, with all sorts of emotions, thrills, frustrations, then you didn't have a good day. It's when all of that comes together, and that's the result right there, you know, quality fish on the end of the line. That's the lifestyle. That's what it is. That's what Florida sport fishing is all about. Awesome, brother.
He's all wrapped up, man.
All wrapped up in the line?
Oh, yeah. I just felt it unwrap a little bit.
No, you're clear. Look at that. Clear as a bell.
Well, just unwrapped.
There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Got that hook right there in the top of his mouth.
It wasn't even hooked. It just wrapped around him.
Look at that. It's literally, literally, dude, you had that fish wrapped around the bill.
Yeah.
Wasn't even hooked.
Yep.
So he is just beautiful, perfectly green.
That's why it's important to keep tension on your line. Because if you don't, that's not going to happen.
Right there. Hey, solid work on a beautiful sailfish.
Yes, sir.
You ready to go, sweetheart? Go ahead. There she goes. Look at that.
Yeah, she's good.
Look at that right there.
She's kicking.
Oh, are you kidding me? She didn't even know she was hooked, dude.
She's fine.
Hey, money, baby.
Awesome.
Money.
Yes, sir.
Right there. That's what it's all about. Love it. We're on our final drift here. Pretty much running out of bait, hoping for another killer bite. We'll see what happens. But I wanted to end the show talking to you in detail about the rig that we're fishing and about the tackle, because again, it's really important. This is a Chaos 7-foot rod, a KC 30. Okay, it's rated for 15 to 30 pound line, 7 foot. It's a composite blank, so it's super sensitive, but also super strong. The rod's matched to a Daiwa Saltiga 50. Okay, a high-speed reel, 6.4 to 1, so you're able to gain a lot of line very fast when that fish grabs that bait and pops it out of the clip. Line, 20-pound diamond line, high vis, makes it real easy to see the line and to see your entire spread and to monitor everything. From there, we take our main running line, small little ceramic clip, small detail, but again, a vital detail. You don't want to put your line right in that release clip. You want to use that little ceramic ring right there. Very, very important. From there, we go to our float. Okay, below the float, we've got a little bit of a sinker. Okay, there's a slight breeze. We're fishing these small pilchards, so you need that little bit of lead right there to keep that line vertical and to keep that bait swimming in the water. Otherwise, if there's too much wind and you're fishing too light of a bait, it'll fly all over the place. Keep a bead in between the lead and the swivel. Okay, keep a little bead there, and that's just gonna protect that knot When that sinker bounces up and down, it can chafe that knot, and premature tackle failure is going to be the result of that. So keep a little plastic bead there. Little heavy-duty diamond ball bearing swivel, 12 to 15 feet of diamond presentation, 40-pound fluorocarbon. From there, I've got a short 8 to 10 inch trace of American fishing wire. Not much more than that, just 8 to 10 inches, 44 pound. That's all you need. Just a little bit of bite protection, you know. There's some kingfish around, some wahoo. We didn't see any of them today, unfortunately, but certainly that chance exists, and we don't want to lose those fish. If we were specifically targeting sailfish or dolphins, certainly no need for the wire. I've connected the fluorocarbon leader to the wire with an Albright knot. Very, very streamlined. You can see right there, it's very small, very streamlined, okay? A nice, small, tight, really reliable connection. And from there, the hook is attached with a haywire twist. If you don't know how to do a haywire twist, just some barrel wraps, they're not gonna come undone. VMC 5.0 Coastal Black Series live bait hook. Right in the center of the back of that pilchard, right below its spine, its backbone there, and that's the whole rig. What's nice about this, if this wire kinks or if your leader chafes up, you can just snip a piece off and retie another piece of wire on there. That pretty much wraps up our show. We've got just a few more minutes to go here. Make sure to check out full episodes of Florida Sport Fishing on our YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. You can get official Florida Sport Fishing gear on our website, floridasportfishing.com. And I'll tell you what, we'll see you next week with another awesome episode of Florida Sport Fishing TV.
To learn more about the tactics and techniques seen on today's show and to subscribe to Florida Sport Fishing Magazine, visit floridasportfishing.com and get hooked up.